Behind the mask. See the actors who played iconic horror movie villains. From Freddy Krueger to Samara from The Ring. Ever wonder who played the terrifying characters of Michael Myers, Leatherface, and Jason Voorhees? See the performers who portrayed some of the most famous movie villains. Horror movies are nothing without their mythological and scary villains. From Jason Voorhees terrifying the visitors of Camp Crystal Lake to Michael Myers relentlessly haunting the citizens of Haddonfield, Illinois. Horror movies have relied on the silence and mystique of its principal adversary for decades. But who are the actors that make these figures so hauntingly iconic? Meet Nick Castle, Brad Dourif, Derek Mears, and more actors who played some of the most memorable movie villains. Though several actors have taken on the character of Michael Myers for nearly 50 years of Halloween, Nick Castle, now 76, was the original and the most recent actor to play the monster. Castle originally featured as the Scary Myers when the franchise launched in 1978. As other versions and spin-offs of the film followed, the actor went away, but subsequently came back when the series debuted its last trilogy. He played the terrifying figure in Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills 2021, and Halloween Ends 2022. Robert Englund has been the topic of several nightmares since 1984. Englund originated the role of Freddy Krueger in the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, portrayed him in 8 films till Jackie Earle Haley took over in the 2010 remake of the original. According to Variety, fans denounced the relaunch without Englund as a series low, so another chapter was never made. And even though playing Krueger is a significant part of his career, Englund informed the outlet he won't be revisiting the character again. "I'm too old and thick to play Freddy now," the 76-year-old quipped. "I just can't do fight scenes for more than one take anymore. I've got a bad neck and bad back and arthritis in my right wrist. So I have to hang it up, but I would love to cameo." He does, however, believe Kevin Bacon would make a terrific substitute and told the site, "I know he respects the genre, and he's such a fine physical actor. I think that in the silences and in the way Kevin walks, it would be interesting." Another horror flick OG, Brad Dourif, has voiced Chucky since the Child's Play franchise started in 1988. Not only has Dourif given voice to the possessed doll in the movies, but he's held the part in Chucky the TV series as well. Dourif seems to have fully found his calling within the horror genre. The 73-year-old actor acted as Sheriff Lee Brackett in Halloween 2007 and Halloween 2 2009, as the Gemini murderer in The Exorcist, and he also played serial murderer Adam Rain on an episode of Criminal Minds. Though his brother Alexander has a tendency for playing bad boys on TV, Bill Skarsgård pushed things to the next level when he stepped into the role of the petrifying, sewer-dwelling killer clown Pennywise in it, 2017, and in Chapter 2, 2019. Not only did Bill don Pennywise's gigantic clown shoes, but he also informed Conan O'Brien that the killer clown's characteristic terrifying face was a part he'd been refining since childhood. "My older brother Gustav, who's an actor as well, had this ability to point his lip in a very strange way," the 33-year-old explained. "For some reason, I don't know how, I understood that I could do it as well," he added before showing the creepy expression to the camera. "So I came up with this character named Jurgen, and I would pull my t-shirt over my head to isolate my face, and I would chase my little brother and scare him." You may want to be seated for the surprise fun fact. Roger L. Jackson, who voices the serial murderer Ghostface in the Scream trilogy, is also the same person who voices Mojo Jojo in the children's cartoon The Powerpuff Girls. Though the serial murderer in each sequel Scream is always revealed to be a different individual, the phone voice has stayed consistent since Jackson, now 65, took on the job back in 1996. Also on his outstanding resume of voice acting are credits in video games such as Star Trek, The Lion King, Simba's Mighty Adventure, The Chronicles of Riddick, Dark Fury, and many others. Ari Lehman, Warrington Gillette, and Ken Kersinger were some of the actors who played the terrifying character Jason Voorhees before the machete was handed on to Derek Mears in the 2009 remake of Friday the 13th. And he's got some practice intimidating others on screen. A trained stunt actor, Mears, now 51, played the classic Predator in 2010's Predator, a thug in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and the title character in DC Universe's Swamp Thing, among other parts. Another figure who has seen many incarnations Leatherface was popularized by Andrew Briniarski in the early aughts when he played the vicious killer in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 2003, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, 2006. Gunnar Hansen and Dan Yeager took turns playing him in 2013's Texas Chainsaw 3D before Mark Burnham took over in the updated version in 2022. Though he typically lies low these days, Burnham, 47, has wrong cops, Snowfall and Buffy the Vampire Slayer in his list of credits. Jamie Clayton followed in the footsteps of Doug Bradley, Stephen Smith Collins, and Paul T. Taylor when she took on the role of Pinhead in the Hellraiser franchise in 2022. Though she said she wasn't precisely a method actor, Clayton admitted she had to keep some type of distance from her co-workers on set. I'm really used to walking on set and everybody being like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi." On this, now I walk on set and I'm pretty quiet and I'm like, "Don't you FING talk to me," the 45-year-old told Entertainment Weekly. And I would stay in character while we were filming, while they were putting up different shots, moving the cameras about, adjusting the set, doing the stuff. I have to stay in there because it's a heavy place to go to. And so to go that deep, you can't simply come back when they're resetting a shot and have a drink of Schweppes Bitter Lemon and then go back in. I had to just stay there. Creeping out of the well and putting everyone on notice was Bonnie Morgan, who played Samara in 2017's Rings, the last offering from the Ring saga. Fans and non-fans, actually, of the franchise will never forget her appearance as the haunted girl who performed the horrifying spider crawl as she stalked Naomi Watts' character in 2005's Ring 2. And the bubbly contortionist, 42, might have established a trend with her one-of-a-kind motions. I've been told that I'm actually responsible for contortion zombies, contortion horror, because you see it all over the place now, like the exorcism of Emily Rose and stuff like that, and a lot of people remarked, "You are responsible for that movement being in horror," she told DailyDead.com. And I was like, I am really? Cool. I always believe it was The Exorcist, but I will fully take that credit.